Is
The
anybody aware that
Awakening.
CERN's testing its Hadron Collider on the day of the total solar eclipse? Does nobody find this sketchy? To search for invisible matter that secretly powers our universe, aka dark matter. Do keep in mind, this is after a 2-year hibernation with hopes of unraveling more mysterious, specifically dark matter. Scientists just recently began preliminary tests by sending billions of protons around the LHC's ring of superconducting magnets to boost their energy and ensure the $4 billion machine was in working condition. And get this right, they're going to continue the experiment until later this year, when it will then be put under a long hibernation for CERN to transform it into the next version, the High Luminosity LHC. Do keep in mind, the accelerator sits 300 feet fucking underground at the border of France and Switzerland. And does nobody find it ironic that it first went live on September 10th, 2008, while everybody was distracted by the election? Now do keep in mind, like I stated at the beginning of the video, the last test was on March 8th, okay? Teams from around the world waited inside the underground lab for a glimpse at the beam circling inside the ring of the LHC. But you see, the first attempt this month did not go as planned after the beam only made it partially around. But after tinkering with the mechanics, the team watched in wonder as the beam circled the accelerator in less than 20 fucking minutes. At full power, this is insane. Trillions of protons will race around the LHC accelerator ring 11,245 times a second and travel just 7 miles per hour less than the speed of light, people. And on April 8th, the team will send the beams through the tunnel where they will collide. The team will be on the hunt for dark matter, which makes up around 28% of our massive universe, but it has never been seen or proven. And the experiment is scheduled to occur the same day and the same time as the Great North American Solar Eclipse. And for some ungodly reason, people are not going to find this to be sketchy. But I'm not even sure people are even aware of what CERN is to even begin with. I highly implore everybody to look into the Ice Cube Neutrino Observatory in Antarctica, and the specific experiments that they're testing. Because CERN does a lot of those experiments, specifically with neutrinos to search for something called a muon. And when you place a muon in a strong enough electrical current, you might be able to produce a certain beam. Kinda like Maui, but I'm not going to lay claim to anything being true, because I already made a video about that months ago and I got issued a fuck ton of violations for it. But I'm pretty sure people can put 2 and 2 together. I'm just saying, people, this should have everybody sketched out right now. And this literally just adds to all of the other events that are occurring in April alone. Like the 2 broods of cicadas that haven't managed to emerge since 1803, emerging directly in the totality path? I'm not gonna state that that sounds biblical, but I mean, come on, people. Not that that really means anything, all religions really just tie into each other anyway. But God, it just feels like there's going to be some dark times ahead of us. And I'm sure it doesn't help that 4 days after the total solar eclipse, there just so happens to be a movie releasing in movie theaters called Civil War. So who knows what'll happen? But I do know that everybody needs to be mindfully aware of their surroundings. Because if you don't, you're simply going to be left behind in the age of this new Earth being formed.